Can we talk about that?
I'm a fucking horse.
Let's just say nothing.
That's all you need, isn't it? Like just that. No, seriously, you only need like that little gap. Yeah, fine. He said I was right. That's all we need. You should see how slow waveforms move. Or fast, sorry. You zoom in on it, there's going to be a gap, and he'll get it. They don't call him old
I think
Benji
he
wave
wanted a
gap
bigger
for
gap.
nothing, okay?
All right. This is getting wild. Okay.
I did the length of silence we needed.
Jesus Christ.
It was fine.
I feel so sorry
Wasn't
for you,
it?
Ben.
It's
I'm
fine.
like,
Yeah, it's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
And we got the intro.
I'm
so
surprised you're
perfect.
not like fence sitting. You know when a couple is arguing in front of you and they like get you involved. Like, what do you think? And he's like, oh.
No, you got to choose a side.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, welcome back to episode 17. Back on the horse.
Fishy B.
Fishy B.
Christmas
Fishing in the breeze.
special
to the
episode
to the S,
17.
to the
Now,
F,
have you
to
got
the-
a number? Speciality?
I haven't prepared
Speciality?
17. I don't know. That was a fun
17.
age.
Dick Johnson?
That was
That's
a fun age.
17's a boring number, isn't it?
I remember when I was 17
Oh, yeah.
and these guys were all 18. My friends were all 18
Yeah.
and I was 17 and they'd go out.
We
to
used
the
you as
city.
our taxi driver and our accommodation.
Yeah, I'd be asleep in my bed at my parents' house while they were all out at Fridays and city rollers and just absolutely having a. They'd
yeah.
come back at 3 a.m., knock on my bedroom window, and
No, we'd get you to come
you'd
and
ring
get
me to go collect
Yeah.
you,
Pick them up
and then
in the Chimera.
I'd pick them up, and then at 3 a.m.
Or the Commodore.
or the Como, and then pick them up. They'd crash in my house. So there was a lot of times like that when I was 17.
Do you remember that time you picked me up and I vomited in that bin
I had to keep doing
on the
circles.
corner and you're like, oh,
Circle
I'm
the
going to
block.
get done for parking here, so you had to do a lap of the block and you came back and I was still vomiting in the bin. And
Another lap.
You're like, fuck, I'm going to have to do another lap.
I was doing
You did
main.
another lap.
I was doing
I was just vomiting.
Tuffy
in the bin.
laps in my Chimera.
Wow.
Yeah.
I appreciated it.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to start the Fishy B.
Fishy
we got to get
Bees.
rid of the
Fishbowl. So
Christmas
do we
Yeah,
need
prawns?
to
get the
explain-
Christmas prawns
I
out of the
reckon if
fishy
you eat
bee.
one of them, you'll be sick.
They're a
Yeah.
week old now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
$8.
So
That's
the
pretty
Fishbowl
cheap.
Sessions. Yeah.
Can you buy prawns in a bag?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
you
like
just go to
the
Coles and they'll
that's
put
a-
it in a bag.
No, I don't
bachelor's
buy prawns.
handbag, but top notch.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
more like, I don't know, Sydney Bachelor's handbag.
All right, let's go.
Byron
Episode
Bay
17.
Bachelor's handbag.
Thanks, everyone, for the last 6 months we've
Yeah.
done. Yeah.
Make sure you like and subscribe. Subscribe across all your
Thanks.
audio mediums.
Smash that like button.
Smash that like button. Smash that subscribe button.
Yeah.
Get
Smash
into
it. You got to smash it.
Just
Episode
smash
17.
it. Like, don't pussyfoot. Smash
Just
it.
get into it.
Absolutely.
Like if you're going to be soft on it, we don't want you.
Can I just check my messages? Or
The
I'll check my messages.
oh, what?
What are you
Check my
doing?
messages.
Why are you
What are you
checking your
doing?
messages?
I don't know.
We just started recording. You had all
If you're
that
scrolling,
fucking
you're not
time.
rolling. Come on.
That's
Are
true.
you actually checking your messages?
Yeah, I am. I just caught up.
You are a grub.
All right, so
Put it away.
first question, Fishbowl Sessions, last one for the year. Yeah. Merry Christmas, all the stablemates. Thanks again for listening in. Do you have, and if the stablemates have any, send them in. Do you have a signature dish you are known for?
Is this like a
Like
euphemism?
for cooking.
Oh, cooking.
Like
yeah,
cooking,
sure.
yeah. Like
Gotcha.
yeah.
What? Do you think it was a sex move?
I guess.
Gold panning.
I've tried that, by the way. That was fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
you.
Yeah, yeah.
Well done.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Has anyone else tried it? It was great. God, I got a
We've
massive
gone
reaction.
well.
Well done.
I've got one, Coca-Cola cake.
Oh, yeah, I've had your Coca-Cola.
Yeah,
cake.
I've
That's a
had
good one.
Coca-Cola. It was
Oh, actually,
really
yeah, I
good.
just thought of one actually that I do have.
Yeah, go.
It's my bean dip, Mexican bean dip. Have you had my bean dip?
I don't think I have, no.
Yeah, that's good. I'll get it going. It's basically it's in like a lasagna dish and a layer of refried beans, but there's a secret ingredient you got to mix into the refried beans. So I won't say that
You're not gonna
because
say
that's going
it.
to come out in my book.
Right.
But a cookbook, so that'll be in the cookbook. Probably not quite in time for Christmas, but
Yeah.
So refried beans with the secret ingredient mixed in. Then you layer up like tomatoes, chopped cucumber,
Guacamole in there?
capsicum, chopped red capsicum, maybe a bit of green if you feel like Christmas spirit, like Christmas edition.
Green, red. Yeah.
Then you're going to punch some sour cream on that, then some cheese on top, and finish with a few chopped shallots.
Very good.
Yeah, it's really
Yeah.
good. And then you serve that with plain rice crackers, please.
Or not corn chips as well, or just
Tortilla chips are fine, but for me, it's rice crackers.
yeah.
But-
Ben, you're a very good cook.
Yeah.
Oh,
Smoking some meat.
Yeah.
the meat deliveries I've had from Benji.
I love a
That's
Ben meat
Fuck,
delivery.
I've never
Yeah.
had one. I've never tried.
Live
The Gold
closer,
Coast.
mate.
But I lived here for a while. I've known Ben for a lot of years.
Yeah, but live closer. I'm 20
Wow.
seconds
You're not in
from
meat
his house.
vicinity.
Yeah, that's
I
depressing.
really like
I
probably
have-
the favourite meat dish that Benjo Pattinson has done. I really like the corned beef with it's like a peppery.
Yeah, pastrami.
Oh, is it?
Smoked corned beef.
Yeah, with the peppery
you smoked
crust
the
on
corned
it,
beef.
and then when you put that on a roll with pickles and
And the
coleslaw.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
so good.
So what's your
Yeah.
smoking method? You've got a actual smoker you heat up and yeah.
Correct, yeah, so just chuck some cherry wood in there, get the coals going,
Yeah,
then you rub all the stuff on the meat. And
Seasoning
for
and-
10, 12 hours.
it's so good.
It's the
Oh.
laziest form of cooking. You just put it there and drink beer.
Yeah, I love that. I love when you like. I'll cook a roast sometimes in the barbecue.
Check it
under
on
the
your meat.
hood, and I just know I'm not allowed. I'm not on deck to do anything else. Like I've got to be.
You're doing what
there
you need to do for
check
the
on
family.
that meat. I've got to drink
Yeah.
beer. I've got to have the TV on. Like I'm
Yeah.
just out there.
Yeah.
If Tasha's ever,
You're
like,
cooking dinner.
Something's happening in the street with the kids. Cool, sort that out. I'm watching the roast.
I have to be here.
You know what it's like? It's like we've talked about this in the podcast. Sorry if this is repeated
Oh,
content.
shut up!
But how do I put this?
Just in words,
So-
fuckhead.
Oh, English words. Okay. So before I had children, I would poo maybe 2 or 3 times a week.
Yes.
Maybe 2, probably 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Look,
Yeah.
I've
What?
said it,
2 or 3 times a week you would poo?
Yeah. And then when I had
That's
children,
not enough.
once I had babies, that was like exactly like that. I need to do a poo right now. Sorry, I'm in here.
You're off campus.
I'm
yeah.
off campus right now. Anything happens with the kid right now,
Yep.
I'm off duty.
2 or 3 times a week. That is low.
Yeah, it's low.
Yeah.
It's within normal ranges. I looked it up. Anything from 2 or 3 times a day to 2 or 3 times a week is perfectly fine.
I'm 2 or 3 times a day.
Yeah. So, but then my body adjusted because I would go into the toilet knowing that was
That's you, Tom.
I
Lock
have
the
to
door.
do this. This is a bodily function.
You got to
Lock
go.
the door.
Don't
Yeah.
you don't interrupt that,
Yeah.
and that was just understood. And then slowly over a year or two, my cycle just changed completely. So it's
And
now
how
it's
many times
Yeah.
a day are you now?
maybe 1 or 2
Yeah.
times
Yeah.
a day.
Yeah.
Yep. We have covered that on a previous
Yeah.
podcast. So
Yeah.
go back. Oh, stablemates. Go back to episode 1.
Yep, it's not
You'll
me
catch
getting
up.
cranky this time. It's Leggy.
No. I'm just saying
Yeah.
but someone just might hear that for the first time. So
Yep.
you go. Signature dish.
My kids talk about Dad's burgers. So what are we having for dinner tonight? We're having Dad's burgers.
Oh, yeah, cool.
And this was something I sold to them. I hope they're not listening to this. Because they like Macca's, and I fucking hate Macca's. I hate it.
Why do you hate Macca's?
But-
Do you take that back?
No, Macca's is shit. I hate it.
Cheeseburger?
No, I hate it.
The kids
So,
can't handle the poison.
Anyway, but one night, ages ago, they're like, "What are we having for dinner?" And I'm like, "We're gonna have burgers." And they're like, "Oh, are we having Macca's?"
Yeah.
I went, "No, we're having Dad's burgers."
Alright.
So we cooked them on the barbecue, all the patties, the bacon, the mushrooms, the onion, just everything, the eggs, everything, and then we put them together, and they loved it.
Yeah.
They went, "Oh, Dad's burgers are the best."
Best,
So now,
yeah.
and this was years ago. So now
you put money
that's
in them?
still a big thing, which is we're having Dad's burgers.
Yeah.
So that's a big thing, and they're not that special. It's just fucking cook some
But,
patties,
yeah.
cook some bacon, put it all together.
We know. We know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there's nothing fucking special.
But you're cooking with love.
Yeah,
That's what they get.
but we enjoy it.
When I was a
So,
kid, my dad cooked every Sunday night, and it was called Sunday Yuckies.
Sunday what?
Sunday Yuckies.
What was the food?
Oh.
I was just his actually signature dish. My dad's signature dish. I'm not sure if he still does this. I think it's been banned. It was. Oh, he did the sausage curry. That was one. But the other one he does is it's actually quite nice when you have it the first time. But it's steak strips with a whole bottle of basically steak strips, some onion, then a whole bottle of fountain satay sauce.
Yeah,
I love satay sauce.
Cook it up,
Yep.
bang,
That's
dinner.
cool.
that's it.
But yeah,
Easy.
went a bit heavy on the satay sauce one too many times. And yeah.
Did your mum ban it?
Yeah, mum banned it.
Yeah.
And sausage stew, sausage curry. Oh, they've all been banned. He doesn't cook
Two,
anymore.
two quick mentions. Bowl and spag bowl in my house is our fallback. Like just our
Yeah.
fuck. We'll just have spag bowl.
Yeah,
My kids say Dad's spag bowl is phenomenal.
better than
Yeah,
your
yeah.
mum's.
Like I cook a good spag bowl. But then the other one is, now Tash will hate me for saying this, but I'm going to claim it as ours. Anytime we go to a party or something, cob loaf.
Yeah, cobblers are good.
Cob loaf. We're known for a good cob loaf.
How-
Now I can't really put my name to that. That's mostly her.
How
but
genius is that? You eat the
Yeah.
bowl.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty clever. Yeah,
No washing
Yeah,
up.
no
I
good
just
for a
did
celiac.
jerky in the air fryer because it's got
Oh.
a dehydration setting.
Does that actually work
So the
well?
last couple of days, it was pretty nice.
Well, you
I used to
thinly
use
stripe the slice the beef.
Worcestershire sauce.
Worc-
Yep.
Worcestershire. Worcestershire.
I say Worcestershire.
Worcestershire, I think
I
it's
say
No,
Worcestershire.
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 Just say it.
And soy sauce, onion powder, garlic powder.
Just leave an ingredient out so they have to buy the book.
That's all.
and honey. Yeah.
Can I say? I don't own an air fryer. I've been thinking about it.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I love, like, after a game of golf or a big night, a big day on the piss with Leggy, we go back to his place. He'll just sneakily be putting something in the air fryer. It'll come out just wings or
Yeah.
something.
Air
It's
fryer's
an
good.
air fryer.
Yeah, very good.
Air fryer magic.
So I was just first time I done jerky in it, and I marinated 2 different bowls of the meat.
What sort
I
of
just used the brisket
Oh, yep.
because it had a bit of fat on it, and I cut the fat off as much as I could. But it was still it was kind of a tender jerky.
Yeah.
Because the girls were getting impatient. They just, well, I tried that because you could smell it through the whole house. And then we ate it. It was nice.
Was
it?
it?
Really good. Yeah. really
great.
good. Yeah. Okay. All right. Next question.
Sorry, little fact on jerky.
Oh,
Jerky versus biltong, you know the difference?
no, I don't actually.
Well, I looked it up.
I love both.
Jerky is cooked first, apparently, and then, or it's cooked, basically, whereas biltong
Air
is
dried.
raw, and I think there might be some acidic in there that kind of marinates
Oh.
with it that does it. But
I do
think-
love
yeah.
biltong as well.
Yeah, biltong's good. Yeah.
Very good. Okay.
know that.
Would you prefer a cashless society?
No, love cash.
I'm torn. Can I explain why I'm torn?
Natalie and Bruce?
No.
I really like the cashless. Like, it's easy, just tapping and all that. I'll tell you where I struggle is control. I can't imagine. Like, you remember when you're an 18-year-old and you had a budget on a night out on the piss? So you'd take $100 out at the start of the night, and that was what you had for the night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, like, you go on a night on the piss and you're tapping all night. I got no idea what I've spent. How do you know what you've spent?
Yeah.
So I like cash for that
Setting
purpose.
physical
and that
limits on
only.
stuff.
Just physical
yeah.
limits.
I remember when FPOS, like just as a teenager, when I kind of first, like FPOS was more of a thing, and how much more I spent at just at the food court and
Yeah.
stuff. Just I'll get that when it was
Yeah.
FPOS
Yeah.
compared to if it was cash and I had to
So
hand
is
things
that
over.
why you're saying no? Because you just know I can't control
No, convenience, because I think a lot of the time people overestimate how much technology. Why am I saying it this way? They overestimate how much technology enhances one's life. I'm saying people think technology makes your life easier. It often makes it worse.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
how easy? Like, remember, like you go out with a group of people. Someone pays for dinner. Oh fuck! I'll just chuck 20 on the table. I'll chuck 15. I was
That's
like,
right.
oh, what's your BSB? Like, what's it?
Yeah.
Like, and you got to
do
do
you
all that
remember,
shit.
like one night we went to the casino down the Gold Coast and we
One night?
we were in the TAB and we won. And you and I were just piling the money into the middle of the table, and we're just like, "Oh, we'll just keep going and see what." Like we had so much fun.
Yeah.
That's gone now. That's completely
Yeah.
gone now. It's all your sports bet up, my sports bet up. Like all.
Yeah.
I hate that that's missing.
Yeah, I remember, and there's still a couple of pubs that do it to this day that are privately owned. I think the ones that are owned by Woolies and Coles you can't do it. and when I had an agent, you had to go through the agent to get paid from playing live gigs. But there was, when I was growing up, and you're probably the same, Ben, when you do a gig at a pub, and they just go to the cash register at the end of the night.
Take it out of the till.
Take it out of the till.
Yeah.
And you just share it out between the band, you know, and it was great, and everyone got paid.
Yeah, that's an example of where it's way more convenient than having to do it over technology.
Yep.
Yeah, and then sometimes you do gigs, and you like in current times with agents and everything like that, and it's 4 or 5 weeks after the fact until they pay you.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's like if I'm out there, like soccer night, something like that, I'll get some pizzas, boys. No one's got cash to just chuck $5 in or whatever.
Yeah,
So I'm not bothering sending my bloody bank details.
Yeah.
Like, I'll just pay for it, and who cares? Like,
Yeah.
it's like otherwise people just chuck money at you. Like, it'd be great. You just it's all
I'll tell
sorted.
you where
It's
I
done.
was impressed the other day. Scoot and I were playing golf. I beat him.
just on the
But
Yeah.
there was
11.
this
That was good,
kid
man. Yeah.
on the 15th hole. There was this kid on the side of the hole. What?
Nothing. No.
There was this kid on the side of the hole, and he was selling golf balls.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And I always like anytime kids are selling golf balls on the side of the course, I like to go and support them.
You're big. You're a great guy. You're such a good guy.
But I only had a $5 in my
That
wallet.
award there.
I only had a $5 in my wallet. But so I drove the cart over, and I said to him, I've got a $5. And he was selling them, the good ones, $2 each.
Right.
I said, oh, look, I'll get 2. Here's a $5. He goes, I've got FPOS. I went, what? He goes, no, I've got FPOS. And I said to
Like
him,
a little square thing
yeah,
or
he had
something?
the square.
Oh, man.
And I went, oh, okay. And I bought a heap of golf balls off him, and I just tapped, and I said, so is this your parents? That you're like for their business or something? He goes, no, it's mine.
Wow.
And I went, where are you getting all the balls from? And he goes, oh, they're all in my backyard, or when the dams get low, we go and siphon the
Well, the
dam.
girls and I
But
do that at the Palmer one. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got nearly 300.
This kid was cheaper than your kids. But no, but good, but you had better balls.
Yeah.
But
I've heard.
But I was so impressed with him. I was just
Yeah.
like, wow, like how good. And like, I reckon everybody would have spent money with him because they had no cash.
Yeah.
And Jason, the guy we were playing with, he goes, got no cash.
Yeah.
But he went and
Had
spent
FPOS.
10, 15
Well, we're going to
bucks
set up a stall on the drive into the golf course because we live
Yeah,
near
that's
there.
awesome.
And there's 2 chairs, and on the first chair we're going to put a sign up and say golf balls ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I
Yeah,
think
good
we're probably
idea.
going to do
That's awesome.
12 balls for $10.
Get a square.
And I've got one for my business.
Yeah.
I hardly use it
Yeah.
because and
Invoice.
I get paid cash very rarely. But I've got a square there. I just have to change it change the bank account.
Yeah.
And the girls are keen. We just sit there, and if we've got 300, what's that? 10, I don't know, a couple $100 bucks. So, yeah.
But let
one
me
of the-
ask you this. As an 18-year-old, how are they budgeting? Like, on a night out on the piss, how are they controlling
When the account
themselves?
stops working.
No, but that's not budgeting.
Oh, no, it's not budgeting.
But like, how are they doing it?
Well, I'll tell you, the females go up and find a guy, and they just pull this down a little bit. And they say, oh, I'm out of money.
It's not really what I asked.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
On the technology, like I think I was having this conversation with Zach about the newspaper. Do you guys read the newspaper, like a physical newspaper?
I used to a lot. Every Sunday morning,
Yeah.
go down and get the Sunday Mail.
I love. Actually, I
Down
forgot
the,
to get it this morning.
Bakery.
I love it. I don't do it as often as I'd like to, but
Yeah.
I just love reading a newspaper.
Yeah.
And I was trying to explain that to Zach, and he just didn't get it. He's just like, you can find that you can find that news on the web, but it's just the intangible thing. I'm not looking at the newspaper to find out an exact story of something that I already know about.
Yeah.
I'm browsing, I'm sitting down, and as I say to the kids all the time, all adults want to do is sit down. That's
Yeah.
all we want to do.
Yeah.
We just want to sit down. That's
Yeah.
winning.
Yeah.
So sit down, read the paper, like just general interest. Like it's just so much more convenient in that format to consume news
Yeah.
than digital thing.
I seen a photo once of like it was kind of that kids these days, and everyone was on a bus looking down at their phone, and then they showed a photo from like the 1950s or 60s, and everyone had a newspaper looking down at the newspaper. So it was the same kind of thing, but yeah,
It's the
different.
same as a nightclub now where you see a table of 5 people and all 5 of them on their phones. You're like,
Not even talking to each
yeah,
other.
not even talking to each other.
Yeah.
When do you
All
think cash will be gone though?
I don't think it's far away.
I don't. I don't think Australia would. I think Australia has a
while
culture where I don't think we're allowed to happen in my lifetime.
I reckon 20, 30 years it'll still be there. I remember Nathaniel was saying, I reckon 10 to 15 years ago I was having a conversation with him and he thought 5 years like that. But I just think, it's getting phased. But to actually say no cash, I think that's a while away.
Yeah, I think there's still
pretty close,
too many people like our age that have been, we've dealt with it and we've done jobs, cash jobs, and we know the
ATO hate it. They hate
the only thing I can think of that hasn't.
I don't know them.
The only thing I can think of that hasn't solved cashless society yet is poker machines.
Why?
Because there's no credit cards, no
can't
swipe
use
card, because of addiction, ease of access to cash and all that. Like that's the only time I ever get money out is when I want to put a couple of bucks in the pokies. Yep. What else is there? Like everything else is.
Just like dealing with people, like marketplace selling stuff and all that stuff. Like, I know they can solve that. Yeah. I'm surprised they haven't solved it. I remember about 10 years ago, it was easier. Like I had this app on my phone. I could bump my phone into your phone, and it would transfer the money.
Beam?
No, it's called Bump. But I don't know. Why haven't they solved that yet?
No, it's not far away.
All the soccer people sitting around. I'm getting pizzas, lads. I'm getting pizzas, lads. Why can't they just send me the money without me having to send BSB details? I know Beam exists, but that doesn't work with credit. It's just not quite right.
It's just one universal
a universal thing. Bump your phones in here, lads. Come on. Bump them in. Bump them.
We got there.
All right, cash then. Speaking of it, what was your first ever paying job?
Newspaper run.
I worked behind the bar at a golf club for a little bit.
Yeah.
I wasn't old enough to work behind this bar. But
you would have heard a few things.
Yeah. No, I was just pouring some beers behind the bar. I wasn't old enough to actually work. That was my first job, and then I got a job at Sizzler.
Yeah.
Oh.
A restaurant.
That's good.
Yeah, the paper run. Before that, I did have my own little odd job thing. Me and Nova, you listen. Hope you are. We had the handy household helpers. We were.
Oh, really?
And we dressed up in our dad's suits, did the whole thing, and so I got a bit of money around there.
But the paper run, you bike?
Yeah, I did a bike, had a little basket on. Oh, it was a boy basket. It was like a
blue.
Man.
Blue.
Yeah, it was real man. No, not a doll in sight.
Yeah, no dolls. Yeah.
ET in the front, Ben.
Yeah. ET.
I grew up on a strawberry farm, so I did a lot of farming activities.
Were you shooting birds?
Yeah, shooting birds. We also had to have all our hot water was done by fire in a big 2 44-gallon drums.
Yeah.
So I'd come home from school, hop on the tractor, go down, chop up firewood, bring it back, start the fire, got paid for that. Folding strawberry boxes the day. A lot of miscellaneous farm stuff.
Yeah.
It was cool.
Yeah. Cool. I think one of the
yours will be like fucking skin and roos or something.
I used to get $1 a roo skin, and then I did carrot picking there at one stage.
Carrot picking,
yeah.
That's fun, picking carrots.
I've never done that.
It was hot, and we were only young, and then
the way you said that it was hot then was weird. Oh yeah, it was hot.
You're bending over picking up carrots, and I think I went to Claremont once, roo shooting in the school holidays. I think it was 15, and come home with about $2,500, and that's when I first bought my the HR Bomber race car. Yeah, and then I went racing in the speedway.
Nice.
And then I got a job at Macca's Casual, and I used all that money to buy band stuff and not drugs, no.
Tirana.
Tirana. Oh, yeah, no. Once we rolled the HR, I rolled it. Then I bought the Tirana Bomber, and then I bought a Tirana road car as well. So there you go. All right, next one.
I think when I started at Sizzler,
should we open a drink?
Minimum wage.
Yes.
I think I was at $5.
Yeah, it was in the fives.
$5.30 an hour.
Yeah.
$5.30.
I think I was on $5.30 an hour washing dishes. We're in dish room.
I
Dish
loved
pig.
working at Sizzler.
Yeah.
I loved it.
We're a dish pig. $5.30 an hour.
Wow.
And I think I was doing 6 hours a week, 2 3-hour shifts a week.
That would have been a shitload of money for them.
That was fucking great.
Yeah.
I had no fucking expenses. I didn't even have a mobile. I didn't get a mobile phone till I was 18.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to do
we're
what
gonna
a
have
shot.
Did you bring ice?
Accuracy.
Yeah.
Brought ice with you.
JD Coke.
Can I have more ice than
Christmas.
that, please?
Far out.
Yeah. All right, while you're doing that,
We'll get this one in. Hold on.
you ready? Go. We're going to watch. Oh,
There goes my
I'll get
percentage. My free throw percentage.
sorry.
And that's why.
Shut up.
Don't tell me to shut up.
Can you do any impersonations?
I do. I think I can do voices all right.
Yeah.
Like, not so much
Who you
accents
got?
and stuff, but just I think like just people I know. Like if I'm just in the kitchen talking about someone we know and I do their voice, like I can pick up the way people talk. I can't actually. Sorry, I can't do it now, but I promise I can.
Do me.
Hello.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah.
Tash often tells me that she can tell who I'm on the phone to.
Yeah, by the way
I'm
you talk.
talking.
Yeah.
Really?
Like, so, like, oh.
That's
Like,
like
yep, you're talking to Lee.
Why is that?
Or if it's, yeah, pretty
That's Twig.
much, yeah, then I'm talking to Shane. Stable mate Shane. Yeah. I actually think I'm pretty good at recreating. Like, I don't think I'm good at impersonations, but I think I'm pretty good at recreating something I've heard. So if I have to do a Borat bit or a Rodney bit, I feel like I'm pretty
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Not
Yeah.
so much the tone or the inflection or something like that, but more the timing. Like if it's a Rodney bit or something, it's just get that right.
Yeah.
Or it's Borat, it's like, oh, my wife, she's dead. Or something like that. I actually think I'm not too bad at recreating that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ben, you got any?
Maybe
No.
not so much impersonations.
That's it? Yeah.
I was just gonna say I think I feel mean because like I impersonate everyone I know, like people I know. Like just I'll be talking to Aaron or the boys, and I'll just say something in the voice of someone we know, like a kid's parent.
Right, let's go an example.
No, because they're probably listening. But but then I think, is that mean? And I'm teaching the boys, like I'm making fun of people, but I'm just trying to. Then the whole argument
It's not
comes
about
in.
it's about
I'm
recreating the
I'm just
moment.
trying to learn, like fine. I'm trying to observe and fine tune that
Yeah.
craft. Where's a comedian? I know I'm not a professional comedian, but like they do it.
yeah.
They practice that.
Well, I am, and I can teach you. I mean, your delivery and your time is getting a lot better over 17 episodes. So well done.
thank you.
You've obviously been practicing in the mirror. or
My
something.
delivery and timing is
Imagine if we
perfection
did.
from episode one.
Do you guys practice for this podcast in the mirror? Does anyone here do that?
Don't you?
No? Do you do that? I mean, I don't.
Backhand.
I don't.
Have you
What?
done that in the mirror?
Backhand? What? What are we talking about?
Fuck's happening here, Ben? Hey, Ben, do you know what's happening? Nah, me either.
Oh, I thought you.
Shit just got real
You
weird.
were watching yourself in the mirror while you.
I think we know I've never done a second of preparation. And the one time I tried to last episode, it backfired because
Yeah,
I
it was
No, it was
terrible.
very good. This is and the
It
champagne.
wasn't very good. It was
Thank
fucking
you.
terrible.
I felt very welcome.
This is the best preparation you've done. I'm
Yeah.
drinking a
Thank
JD
you.
and Coke.
Okay, what are your thoughts on horses racing in the steeplechase?
Oh, that's
Like
what, they
over
jump
4
over.
kilometres.
They explain the steeplechase, so they jump over the thing. They go in the water. Is it like?
No, they don't. They don't have water anymore, I don't think. But they have the barrier where they got to jump over it, and it's covered by fake
So what's this question specifically about? Is that like meant to be cruel or
animal
something?
cruelty. Yeah,
Well, what's
I
the
think it's been
steeplechase?
banned in Australia.
Is there a lot of leg breakages or something? is it?
Deaths and
Yeah.
like they're over 4 kilometres, and they're just trying their asses off, and then they got to jump at at certain intervals to get through. And I think it's still going ahead in England.
For me, it's a bit of a loaded question. I think it's more about...
Sorry, I was trying to interrupt you. I was just saying, Leggy, can you pass me the Jack Daniels?
Oh, you want more? You want more? Yes. Please, sir. Can I have some more?
For me, it feels a bit loaded.
I'll
Like,
have
for
more.
me, it's more about... with horse racing in general, just making sure it's done in a... I don't know, just in an evolving and responsible way. Like, friggin', you know how there's the ban the whip stuff
Yeah,
that
yeah.
goes on? Like, I'm all for banning the whip. Ban the
Okay.
whip. If it's seen by equine professionals that
Equine.
whipping these horses is
Yeah.
traumatic or anything like that, then yeah, being the shit out of it.
But doing it to your wife's okay?
Yeah, we'll just ask her that. But the steeplechase, like, that's all the numbers. That's just on the numbers for me. Like, if they're losing horses in every race or every 5 races or every 10 races, then yeah, just fuck it off. But even when it comes down to the Melbourne Cup, and I know there's the whole Nup to the Cup shit that goes on, all that kind of stuff.
Oh, that's clever. I haven't heard that before.
Nup to the Cup.
Yeah.
That was the campaign. For me, it's just the numbers. Like, these horses in horse racing, they're not treated badly. They are actually treated insanely well.
Athletes.
They are well looked after. They are well cared for. They're well loved.
Yeah.
And the love that they get in the stables and by their trainers and all that kind of stuff is next level. It's actually better than the horses in the wild. Right?
Yeah.
So, yes, there's some accidents. And yes, there are some deaths and all that kind of stuff. But there are everywhere else too.
This is going to sound
So
weird.
as long as they're well treated in the big picture of things.
I've watched the steeplechase and I've seen it a few times, and it's kind of like you can feel that they just don't want to do it.
Yeah,
Like
that's
they're
right.
coming up to a jump.
I'm
and they're
happy
just
for it to be gone.
double guessing, and and that sounds weird for me, who used to shoot roos for a living, but I was a teenager, and I couldn't do it now.
Yeah.
Especially after kids, and massive animal lover. Like, I love all animals, but when I was younger and doing that kind of thing, there was always a part of me that it didn't quite feel right. But I was doing it because I was getting money, and I thought it was what you did, you know. But when I watch the horse steeple races, I just go, I don't know, something just feels wrong about it. I'm happy for horse races. I get that.
There's some hesitation there.
Yeah, and I think it's it just looks cruel. Something like 4 kilometres, and then
It's because it looks
within that you've got to.
fabricated. Like if they were riding through the wild, if you said, see you in 5 days, ride that horse through this bare open countryside, just tackle whatever you got to tackle on there, to jump this fence, go through this creek, all that kind of stuff. But because it's manufactured, it looks unnatural.
But when they're
and
wild,
it feels unnatural.
yeah, they can stop whenever they want as well.
Yeah, that's
But
right.
this is a race. They're
Yeah,
like going.
that's right.
Fucking hell. Yeah. Anyway,
Can we solve the whole horse racing thing by just testing the horses and working out which ones are dicks? So some kind of testing, and only let the ones who are absolute dickheads do it.
just like Cletus.
Yeah, some kind of thing. So give them some kind of
Cletus.
moral challenge.
Yeah.
Clear's a legend.
Yeah, oh yes.
Yeah.
Give them a moral challenge, and the ones who fail,
Yeah.
straight in the horse, baby.
That's so perfect.
Cletus, Seabiscuit. They're at it. Go. What do you think?
Look, I could go
You don't care?
deep on this. Like,
Please don't.
okay,
No,
I'll
dude.
go-
I like when you go deep.
I think
I don't.
there's money involved. I think the word is unnecessary that I think of when I think of any kind of animal racing,
Yeah.
because it's purely there for
a big
our
industry.
entertainment.
Yeah.
Like, then there's eating meat that's there for our like nourishment. Like, that's a thing that part of the animal kingdom is eat and be eaten. But then there's the whole argument about that as well. So I don't know is the answer. But for me, I don't think I think any kind of betting on animals where there's money involved, I think humans will naturally be corrupt and cruel if it gains a financial advantage. So I do think it's evolving. I think that's good that there's animal organisations involved putting regulations and stuff. And that's possible in a country like Australia where we do have pretty good regulations and the government has control of things.
When New South
Yeah,
Wales
it's-
banned
Greyhound racing, yeah. So
It's not evident in Mexico with cockfighting. And
yeah,
shit
stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I think, like in Australia, it's probably. I still don't love it, but I think it's not like crazily cruel.
For me, it all comes down to the treatment of the animal. Like,
Yeah.
and like I said, most horse racers, like you look at Gay Waterhouse and all her horses and the trainers that look after, they genuinely love
They're
that
superstars.
horse.
Until they break their leg.
Yeah, but they don't break their leg because of anything that's being done to them in that race. It's just an unfortunate
But
thing.
then
that
it's
happens
destroyed.
But also, it could happen with horses running in a
Yeah,
pack
no,
in the
fair
wild. Like, and like they genuinely care for that horse.
But
the
they don't. They
fox-
care for the money more than the horse.
Oh,
Like, why is
The
Gay
trainer-
Waterhouse?
the
Why are
trainers
they in
don't.
it? They're in it for make money.
Yeah, those
Like-
ones. But the ones that
I mean,
are
they
with
do,
them,
but the trainers don't. The
Yeah.
trainers
Day to
actually
day.
genuinely
Yeah.
care, like, and fall in love with the horses that they look
Yeah, I
after.
believe that. But then, oh no, so
And
many.
Gay Waterhouse employs the best trainers
Yeah.
to care for her. And I would say Gay Waterhouse, who is worth $1 trillion fucking dollars. Give or
trillion.
Take,
Oh,
give,
wow.
Give or take a couple of
give or-
trillions.
give or take $1 trillion. I would say that she, as an animal, like she's an animal lover, she genuinely would care for the horses
Well, it's
that
like
she
the
owns.
greyhound.
There would be people that don't, though.
I've met people that train greyhounds for racing, and they don't get attached to them. They're just like a soldier in the
Yeah,
fort,
yeah.
like they're
When
that's
they're in
what
the
they are.
aim in the army.
And they'd strap possums,
Yeah,
live
that's right,
possums
yeah.
to the.
That's why I
the-
come back to the treatment.
So- wow.
That's why I come back to the treatment. Like, it just all comes down to, are those animals well cared for?
Yeah.
The reason I say it's a deep question is that, like, if we're going to uncover all the double standards, and even my comment about, right, like, there's so much worse stuff that I'm doing right now. Like well,
what?
I kill a cane toad. Like, why is that fine? Like, why am I don't give a shit
They're a
about the
pest.
ants I'm stepping on. Like, why that I could go on a rabbit hole about this.
Yeah.
But like, why is one animal's life worth more than another? Why is so much about? Okay, here's another one: vegetarianism. I'm not saying
Are you going to become a vegan?
no. Well, here's the thing
You've
about
heard
that.
it here first.
Here is the
Episode
thing-
17.
Like, I
Imagine
don't
that.
really like it. I don't really like. If I had to kill the animal, I wouldn't do it. I would feel too terrible about it, and I'd let it live.
Oh my God, I can't believe you just said that.
Yeah. What?
There's a stablemate question that I haven't read out yet, and it is, if you had to personally kill and butcher everything you ate from now on, would you still eat meat?
I don't
I
know.
would. I know how to do it, and
I wouldn't.
I'd be okay with it. Especially after eating that jerky. My God, it was awesome.
Yeah.
But it's
I look at it at different level, like a different ways of thinking of it. Like, on the one hand, if I had to do it personally, I just that natural empathy that you have as a human and a like between a human and an animal, I just wouldn't do it. But then when you're abstracted from the situation, someone else is doing it, and I know logically, well, there's horrible things happening all throughout the animal kingdom. The lion's eating the bloody gazelle
all the time.
and all
Yeah.
that sort of stuff. It's gruesome, but that is just this world we live in.
Yeah,
And
even
it's
the
not
people on
it's
people
not
shit.
actually
Yeah.
bad, but I've got something in my brain, like we all do, that makes it that makes us feel the emotion of that
There-
is a bad thing to do.
there's a point where that happens, and the act of it when it's happened after the fact, and you know that it's happened, that the animal's dead.
The respect for the animal and like the
That's right.
the
And
honor
then
it and
that kind of thing, and
Yeah.
then it's into okay, now we can eat.
And that's where survivalists are always, once you've killed an animal, I want to respect it by using every bit of it as much
That's
as
right.
as I can.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Here's an interesting comment though about vegetarianism.
we're getting deep here.
Is
This is
and I do
Balls deep.
I
Where'd
respect
this
people who
start?
make that life choice. Like I think that's like it's coming from a good place.
Yep.
Now, if we all went vegetarian, or a lot, like if the vegetarian movement got like most vegetarians would hope that like the world's going to become more and more vegetarian,
yeah.
those animals, say a cow,
Yeah.
is not going to live at all. It's never going to have lived because the only reason they live is so we can eat them. Like we breed them so we can eat them.
Yeah.
So is it better that cow lived, providing that it lived a good life while it was alive, like it was free to roam,
Yeah.
and it was killed in a humane way?
Yeah.
Or is it better that it didn't live at all?
Well, that's the moral quandary, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's, it had a life and it provided and it gave back to the earth that it was. Yeah.
So like that's, I'd like to have that conversation with a vegetarian person to see what their thought was on
Well,
that.
you have
but,
that and report back.
but like, it's an interesting question. Like,
Oh, it is.
would you
Yeah.
rather have lived like right now? If our purpose in life, which we don't know about it, is so that like we can die and then something else happens. Like, are we glad that we got an opportunity to live?
You've reproduced.
Or here's the other side of the coin: is all life suffering anyway? Like, is the majority of life suffering, and you're better to have not have lived?
I think about that a lot.
I'm suffering through this.
In my current situation. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have been born. Anyway.
Next fucking question.
Oh, okay. Yeah, next one.
Jeez. One more?
One more.
Okay,
One
I'm
more,
sorry.
okay.
I thought he was saying stop. But
Fucking hell, I think we've got through.
sorry, I meant.
Have
drag
you
it
ever
on.
approached a chick at the bar with a pickup line? Oh, fuck, you would have heaps of times.
No.
I'm such a wimp. I've just,
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And I'm so glad that part of my life is hopefully gone forever. I don't know.
Hey, you never know. I thought mine.
I hate it. I hate approaching. Oh, I used to hate it. Like, and because I've been with Erin since I was 19.
Yeah.
But like, I remember just being 18 and just trying to think of something to say and just.
Just what you see someone and you go.
I just
yeah,
wimp
what-
out of it and just.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't do
I
it.
didn't have much going on. Yeah.
Ben, you ever? No, never done it.
Same.
No,
You
I never
would've.
had. I
You
mean, I
would've.
approached girls.
What did you say?
But I'd never had a line. Like I don't know. I just
Was that a ladder in your stocking or a stairway to heaven?
no. See, I never used a cheesy line. I just went up and said g'day, and but I was the same as Scoot. I was just a pussy. Like I would rather just let them come to me
Yeah.
through naturally or something,
Yeah.
or not.
Because
worry
you're the
about
last
it all.
one left. Sort of.
Natural selection.
wasn't my thing. Yeah. What about you? You would have had a million fucking lines.
No, I never really. They always come up to me. That was,
Didn't you get the
No.
one where it's like, oh, did it hurt? You know?
what?
You know,
you
you
fell
can say,
from
you say
heaven?
when you
No.
fell from heaven. Yeah, nah, because your face looks all fucked up.
Yeah, did it for... You know, the other one I like was when you go up to a girl and you go, would you like to dance? And she says no, and you go, sorry, you must have misheard me. I said you look fat in those pants.
That lady at the.
You're right.
She had a vertical smile. They went up and down. She had the vertical smile, and no one at the dance would dance with her. And there was a guy who had a glass eye, but it was made out of wood.
Where could this possibly be going? So a wooden glass eye and a vertical smile.
Yeah. Anyway, everyone else is dancing. It's a dance, 1950s, whatever. And everyone's having a dance. And he's like looking around the room and she's looking around the room. They like catch each other eye. And he thought, he got up the courage, went over to her and said, okay, would you like a dance? She goes, wouldn't I? And he goes, don't call me wouldn't I, lips. Thank you very much and good much. That's episode 17. We're out of here. Get into it. Merry Christmas.